Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Local Pundit. I'm Josh Anthony. This is your Wrexham reaction for match day 31, where Wrexham break the streak. The streak is over. Yes, 2-1 victory, comeback victory today against Sutton United, who are in the bottom two. But I'll tell you right now, Sutton played well. Wrexham were up to the challenge. It was a gritty pitch. It was a gritty match, but we came out victorious. Didn't care how it happened today, but we got the W, and that's all we needed, and we got those 3 points, and we had some favorable results. So let's dive into it on the Wrexham reaction. I know it's a little late, a little awkward for people that are in different time zones and everything, but wanted to get a Wrexham reaction up and get it out to everybody. So on that note, I also want to put this out there before we do everything else. Thank you to Sheldon for stepping in. He called in the righty today. Called in the righty from the bullpen, and he came in and did a fantastic job holding down court for about 15, 20 minutes while we had to attend to some business. So big shout out to Sheldon. Also, big shout out to the community for being there and supporting him and myself and staying on. And when I came back, we didn't lose anybody. Not that there's a ton of people, but hey, still a growing community. But I want to give a special shout out to Sheldon and to the community for staying and supporting and and dealing with the adjustment. So thank you everyone on that one. So on that note, please like, share, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your dog, tell your cat. We're back over 400, which is great. Going to 500, then we're going to 1,000. So we got a lot more planned for the show. Today was a busy work day and a busy day for Wrexham, who got the W today. Wrexham beat Sutton to end a run of 4th consecutive losses today. And I got to tell you, listen, I was cautiously optimistic going into this. Cautiously optimistic. Excuse me. And if anyone wants to get in and have their say, please let me know. I'll drop it in right now. Anyone wants to come in, welcome to have their say. But today, going into this, cautiously optimistic. He did make 4 changes today. I thought that was really good. I thought the lineup going in, putting Boyle in there. I just listened to Parkinson's interview. He said that Boyle wanted to get back in, was chomping at the bit, and guess what? He did a great job coming back, and he did score a goal. Cleveland got back in there. Maka was in. We did start JM and Bolt, which I thought was really impressive. I thought JM didn't get as much service as he possibly could, but he ran his ass off. And I was really impressed with seeing him on there. I'm seeing a pattern of that Parkey doesn't believe that Mulls I maybe get ahead of myself. See that Mulls and JM are kind of similar players. He did say in his interview there that, Mulls has runs at the ground every time he plays when he's fit. He plays 90 minutes. And that's very true. He plays a lot of minutes. And yes, he is coming off that injury over the summer with his lung. So, bringing in JM, I thought that was great. And I thought Bolt did a great job, help set up the goal for Elliot Lee, who got off the schneid. I think he's got 15 goals or 14 goals. I'd love to get that stat. It's either 15 or 14 goals. So let me just look that up real quick. I want to double check on that. Elliot Lee. I want to just make sure on his goal tally here. Elliot Lee. Oh, that's not what I want to see. Wrexham. And then we'll get into the game and the review and thoughts on that. Elliot Lee's goal tally for the season is where is it? Update the fucking stats. 14. No, is that right? 14. 15? 14. Yeah, 14. It says 14. It might be 15, but I think it's 14. But again, big win today, breaking the streak. Adam Cruz is in the house. What's going on, my man? Needed that win. Glad that streak is over. Yeah, that's not a streak you want. It's not a streak you want. I know we had a wobble over the weekend. Everyone was kind of questioning and support the team no matter what. But support the team no matter what. And I get that. Get what we did today. And Tenga la camisa negra. Tenga la camisa negra. The black shirt came through. I'm wearing a fucking gray shirt, but hold on. Where is it over there? It's over there. Yeah, the black shirt came through. We won. It's awesome. We needed that. It was a big, Eric Sutton got it right. Big win today. And we're recovering back on positive terms there. Aaron's in the house. Hey, what's going on, Aaron? Who's your fan? What's going on? And Eric says, what's up to Aaron? Yeah, see, everyone's getting to know each other a little bit more because we have the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, get into the Discord. A lot of fun there. A lot of fun in there. A lot of chat. I know people are busy, but it keeps us going through the week and gets us through it. I know we got a Tuesday, Saturday setup going on here, but today was a big win. That wasn't a perfect game. We did go down. But we battled back hard. I missed Boyle's goal. Although I listened to Boyle's interview afterwards, very well spoken, very very well spoken, very calm, and he said he's been training from an ugly player. He's an extra in a Guy Ritchie movie. I mean, Guy Ritchie movie. So I'll shout out to my boy Max Beasley. I don't know if you guys know Max Beasley, who's in a lot of Guy Ritchie movies, but he's an extra in a Guy Beasley movie. Also, extra in a Guy Ritchie movie. Sorry about that. But he scored a goal, and I like it. You know what I mean? The free kick. Let's talk about that, and we'll get into a little bit of passage of play. And the free kick, it was a foul, deflected off O'Connell, who also came in to deputize for Toes today, who was not in the lineup. Tozer was not in the lineup today. But I think he came in, and I thought he played really well. I don't think we got really caught out at the back as much. And like I said, I did miss 15 minutes of the match, to be fair. But what I did see, I thought they played really well. Max did himself good justice today when he was on the pitch. Good to see him back as well. And then when Mullen and Palmer came on, they looked lively. They looked really lively. Bolton played well for a first time. And it's got to be that black kit. And Elliot Lee's goal, he took it great. Really, really great. So really pleased with that. Eric Sutton says the black kit would be nice to have. The black kit would be nice to have. I already gave away one of the black kits. Chris, I have one black kit that didn't fit me. So I already gave that one away. But yes, it would be nice to have the black kit. I have that one up there. I don't know if you can see it. That is extra large, an extra large, an extra medium if you're in the States. But anyways, wish Lee would have gotten a second. It was a great pass from Mulls. Lee probably should have done better with that. Listen, he was in through. He tried to chip the keeper. Keeper did really well, made himself wide, made himself big. Keeper did well for them, and you got to give him credit for that. So any updates on the injury today? Yes, update on Gio. So I just listened to the interview. If you haven't heard it yet from Parkey, said he felt a little bit of a tightness up in the upper hammy there, a little bit of tightness. He said he's going to go. Everyone's going to have a scan. No updates yet. On that note, I'll tell you this, Eric, I did think that when Captain Luke came on, I thought he played really well. So I would assume, listen, I don't want Gio out. I would assume that if he's probably not going to be, what do I know? If he's out on Saturday, I think Luke's going to be in. I thought Luke played really well coming in for him. So I didn't hear anything about Davies, but I thought Luke came in, played really well. Discomfort in his upper right hammy, almost toward his buttocks, if we're being technical there. So yeah, up toward his buttocks. Also today, there was an article there, and I'm going to do that real quick. There was there was a scan on Stash. Let me just, before I get to the game, I know you want to talk about the Wrexham reaction show, but I haven't seen you guys in a couple hours. So winning ways, sticking to Luke Bolton plea. Shoot, I don't have that. I maybe that was in another paper today, but Stash had a scan today. And so we don't know what that's like. So we're hoping, but he said he's making progress. I know Parkinson said that. He said he's making progress, but Stash did have a scan today. So we'll see it. We'll wait on him. What else is going on? Again, Adam Cruz, agree with you. We got lucky at the handball in the box for McLean. I believe if we had VAR, granted his hands were down to his side. I know you can't see it. I'm going like tiny hands. If his hands were down to his side, that to me, if that was in the Prem with VAR, they're calling that a penalty. What are your thoughts? I think that's a penalty to me. We got lucky there. Maka played well. I did think Maka played well. So all right, let's get into a little bit. The article, the leader here. Wrexham ended a run for successive defeats by defeating lowly Sutton United 2-1 at the Grander Green Lane. Listen, I thought Sutton United were a good outfit. They easily could have won that game. They could have won. It was. I thought they were played really well. 3 of those losses had come into League Two, but the Reds returned to winning ways and got the promotion pushed back on track with welcome 3 points. Yes, and we're going to talk about some of the some upsets today. I know people wanted a couple draws up there. There was some movement and some blasting game. Jesus H. Mansfield Town dropped 9 against Harrogate, 9-2. Holy shit! Goddamn cricket score. It was also the first ever league win for Wrexham at Sutton's ground, and Phil Parkinson's men are up to fourth in the table, 6 points behind leader Stockport with a game in hand. Yes, check that out. 6 points behind Stockport County with a game in hand. So before I go on, let's talk about the results. And that's what I was getting to right there. Let's go. Hoosiers fan, my guy Aaron. Yeah, whoops, probably a pen. Yes, probably a pen. True. There was probably a pen. Seriously, let's be honest. I thought it was a pen. Forest Green MVP of the day. Yeah, and we'll talk about that. Here's what happened today. Where are the scores for today? Saturday, February. Today. So Doncaster and Salford 2-2 draw. Crawley Town Walsall 1-1 draw. Bradford City smashed MK Dons 4-0. Colchester Grimsby were postponed. Gillingham and Swindon Town all square at 2. Tranmere lost to Morecambe 3-2. Mansfield Town 9, Swindon 2. Shit, they almost scored more points than than they did in the Super Bowl. Forest Green Rovers, the big one, another big one, beat Barrow 2-1. Forest Green Rovers beat Barrow 2-1. Love to see the highlights of that. I might actually watch that later on. Wrexham beat Sutton 2-1. Accrington Stanley 2-0. Wimbledon. Crewe Alexandra 3. Stockport 1. That's a big one. I know people wanted to draw there, but still, you can take points off Stockport, get them, mentally, not flying. I think that's good. Newport County lost 3-1 to Notts County. Remember, we play Notts County on the weekend, Saturday morning. We'll be here live. That's actually a pretty big score right there. Notts County beating Newport is pretty big. That's pretty big. So results played okay, and I'll get back to the article, but I wanted to set the stage a little bit too. And Eric set it up right there. Forest Green Rovers MVPs of the day. Stockport 61 points, 31 played. Mansfield Town, surging Mansfield Town today with the biggest goal diff of 35. They put up 9 today. They put up their goal diff went up 7. Mansfield Town in second with 60 points, 31 played. Crewe Alexandra 57 points, 32 played. Wrexham 30 points. 30 games played, 55 points. So got a game in hand, 2 on Crewe. So Crewe are sitting prettier than they look with 32 games played. We have 30 games played with 55 points. So, you obviously want to have the points in hand. But Barrow dropping points today too, 53. They're 53 right below us. So, it's tight. MK Dons are right there, 51. Notts County, who are playing on the weekend, in 7th at 47 points. So there's a two-tiered system here, but it's happening. And Mansfield Town doing that, I think taking points off of going up there and doing 9 is great. So, there's a lot of good results today. And I would say it's better that, listen, you'd rather have Stockport not surging at 64, Mansfield Town winning, Crewe, whatever. It's a good game. I'd rather Stockport take points from everyone. We just need 3. We just need 3rd. We don't need to win the league. I agree with that, Aaron. I think there's a lot of twists and roundabouts that are come into this too. Drew does whatever. Knots will lose at the Stoke Carras. Drew, I love the mullet, love the stash, and I totally agree with you, my guy. I think it was good. I think it was good today. It's good for a mentality state to kind of just break the rut. That's it. Break the streak. The streak is over. Back to the article. Here we go. Wrexham have also played less matches in second place. Mansfield and Crewe in third, who beat Stockport. But the Reds need to build on this victory against second bottom Sutton, who put up a real fight. And God damn it, they put up a real fight. Bad conditions today. Got tore up a bit. Windy. It's like, it's League Two. What are you going to do? They're not, all the pitches aren't going to be, carpet rides like, at the Spurs Stadium or even like Old Trafford. But, you got to go and play. And I thought we had a good fist of it today. We had a really good fist of it today. Sutton had their moments, but in the first half, but Wrexham took the lead and at a time through recalled center back William Boyle. Although the U's equalized and had more chances, Elliott Lee got the winner with 5 minutes remaining at the end of the Barron run, and remaining to end the Barron run. Elliott Lee's goal was a total midfielder coming through the box. Bolt didn't give up on it, fed him through. Elliott Lee on the turn, right-footed, past the keeper. Awesome. It was a great goal. Really, really great goal. And I'm pleased for him because, I think that he was getting into the patterns where people were looking at him and saying, Elliott Lee hasn't scored a bit, and that's not his job to do it. I think he has 14. I think he has 14 goals now. I think he's leading the league. I think he's leading our team. with goals as a midfielder. It's great. I thought he played really well today. Andy Cannon put himself about to Gio before he went off. Okay. Listen, I think we still have the hoofing problem a little bit. And I see what we're trying to do. And again, I don't want to be talking out of both sides of my mouth here, but I see what we're trying to do. We're trying to put the ball in the channels for the guys to go and get it. JM, Malls, or putting it up to Palmer to knock it down, or even in this case, Fletch. Fletch had a semi-quiet game today. Back-to-back starts for him at his age. Probably, I don't think it's horrible, but horrible. I don't think it's horrible, but I like to see him up there rather than Dalby. Dalby for me is probably the lowest in the pecking order, but it is what it is. But I see why we're putting the balls to the channel. I don't think it fully works. I really don't think it fully works there. So, my opinion. Anyways, Parkinson made 4 changes from the side that started on Saturday's 1-0 defeat at home to Bradford, which continued the poor run of form. Luke Bolton and Jack Marriott, who have made 2 substitution appearances since joining Wrexham on transfer deadline day, were both handed their full debuts, and I was really happy to see that. Really, really happy to see that. No slight on Barnett. No slight on Barnett. Was going to come on at the end, but then Elliot Lee scored. Then he put on Mendy on that right side. Mendy, I see him now. I'm starting to understand how Parkinson thinks about how his players are a little bit too. Again, not new to watching Wrexham, but new to seeing how he uses his players. Sorry, but there's some shit on the computer there. New. I'm watching how he plays. He obviously sees Barnett as more of an advanced going forward guy. Mendy on the right side, more of a defensive player. So that's why I'm seeing that. He sees O'Connell as Tozer's swap out. Max and Hayden are the same player for him, and I'd see Stash and Boyle. Those are those 2 guys on that side. So we really don't have cover on that left side for Macca, to be fair, unless it's Mendy. But Mendy came in on a defensive player on that right side late on. So Eric Sutton says, keep today's lineup or change it up again for Saturday. Philosophy there in regards to some people, don't want to change a winning side. I think this is a rotation period because of how many games we're going to be playing in February. I think he's going to go back to Mulls will probably start again. I think they'll have to be forced into a change because I don't think that he's going to risk Gio if Gio is hurt. So he'll probably start Young. And I would if Toes. I'm not sure what happened with Toes. He wasn't even in the lineup today. Was he given a full rest? I'm not sure. But get your thoughts. What do you think? What are your thoughts there? I personally really like the lineup. JM and Palmer would be interesting. I agree with that, Drew. I thought Palmer and Mulls, when they came on, they had a good bit about them, but the game was open up at that point. There's a little more space in the middle. They had good 1-2s, a couple offsides here and there. A pitch had a bobble through, a couple misplaced passes. Really frightens me sometimes when our passing isn't crisp, but that's just part of how we go about doing our business sometimes. And but I really think Mullen and Palmer did well when they came on. Palmer looked shot at the end of the match. And to be fair, I just listened to Parkinson's interview after the match. He said basically in so many words, he said it flat out. He said it. He's like, after the match, those guys were blowing. They weren't on for the whole game. Mulls, Palmer, Jacob, and Young were blowing at the end of the match. And you could see it. Their hands were down on their knees. Elliot Lee put a fucking shift in today. I got to tell you, they were blowing. They wanted this too. So I'm sure there was some harsh talks around everybody in the locker room, and they knew how important this game was. We easily could have lost this game. But I felt like there was a good camaraderie. I think we played better against Bradford, but I think we gutted this one out. Boyle's goal, and again, I didn't see it live. So his is a gritty, like he said, it was a right footer. That wasn't his best, but it's like, hey, it goes in the back of the net, which is great. So I feel like we had a lot of grit today to get this over the line. So Andrew Sutton says, agree, Drew. It was nice to see Palmer back on the pitch. It was nice to see him on the pitch. Totally agree. Aaron says Parky seemed pretty high on Mullen and Palmer after the game. Hopefully they start Saturday. He did. That's probably Aaron, a great point to saying he was. He said they came on and put a great shift in it, and they really did. You could see it after the match. When did Palmer come on? 70th minute. So he put in 20. He was blowing. I mean, shit, they were blowing. And they wanted it. You got to win this. Listen, we are in a good position. The results that went through today, I thought were positive. I know people wanted Stockport to draw or whatever, Crew not to win, but I thought, take points off them. We want to separate that fourth, but let them all beat each other up and let's continue to win matches. I know we have a game on the weekend against Notts, and it's going to be a big one. But shit, they're all going to be big ones at this point. We have 48 points left. Is that correct? All right, what do you got, Drew? I don't think we need to lose. I don't think we lose anything. We lose without toes. Good point, Drew. Good point. Did we throw any balls in the box today? No long balls, right? Throw-ins. I thought O'Connell deputized really well for him, and that might be what we might be looking at next year. O'Connell in the middle there. So fair play. We didn't do any long balls. Carol in HR. What's up, Carol? How you doing? Mendy is not just a defensive player. He's fantastic in attack and at both, actually. He's a natural left side, but can play either. Yeah, I understand that. So if you're watching the game, and I know you were, I'm not saying that derogatory. I'm saying he had Barnett coming on when it was 1-1. And then after he scored the goal, he didn't bring on Barnett. He brought on Mendy on that right side. So I was very interested to see that he adjusted that. I thought that was pretty interesting. Interesting to after he made that sub. Evans did 2 or 3 long throw-ins. Okay, that might have been when I was on a work call. So Aaron, I apologize if I missed that. So thank you. Okay, let's see. Moving on. Luke Bolton and Jack Marriott, 2 substitutes. Okay, Bolton took over for Ryan Barnett at right wing back. Get that out right. Right wing back while Marriott replaced Mullen in attack. The other 2 chances were in center back positions. The other 2 chances were in center back positions where Max and Boyle available after serving a 3-match ban. Remember, Boyle came back after getting sent off 3 games ago. Aaron Hayden and Ben Tozer were dropped out of the squad. So that's big too. Aaron and Ben were dropped out of the squad. To be fair, I know Aaron is really athletic, but I do like Max back there. They probably do different purposes, I'm going to say. Both teams canceled each other out in the early exchanges, but Sutton had the first chance in the 11th minute. Former Wrexham loanee Amari Patrick ran at goal and unleashed a shot that was well saved by AO, who did well to deny Harry Smith with his foul. Let's talk about AO on that note. By the way, that guy Amari Patrick is a good ball player. They were going down that left side and picking on Cleworth all day, and I thought he handled it really well. And I thought that Bolt did really well, getting up there, spreading them out, and not letting us get penned back in because we easily could have sat deep and got penned back in, but Bolt kept stretching it out on that right side and they kind of extending him out, so we didn't get penned back in and staying really deep, and that could have been real trouble. So on that note, let's talk about AO. I thought AO did well. I do not fault him for the goal. I think that might have even been an own goal, but because it wasn't technically on target. But I thought AO was strong, had a couple of nice saves in the first half. He put himself about. His kicking was better. Good throwouts today. He's really aggressive with the throwouts. Good timing in regards to his patience for his age. I know he had a couple. I think it was a Salford game that he wasn't quite titty city, but I think that AO played really well and his confidence is good. And you could see after the match, you saw Parky go up to AO, huge hug. You give him a big hug. Ellie Lee, huge hug. Max, huge hug. So I think that we're settling back in. Everyone's gonna have a dip and a wobble. But I thought AO played really well today. Aaron says he's just not as good as it is as Tozer. No, that's a tough thing to do. It really is a tough thing to do to get that ball in. Sometimes I used to do the long throw true. You want to trajectory. Sometimes you want to go high, but if you go low, it's too much of an angle and it's easy to head out. But it's not an easy weapon to do. It's very specialized. Although they kept doing the long throws in too. The guy that was throwing it in did fairly well getting him in the box on a consistent basis as well. Erickson says, I think AO's confidence is coming back for sure. He has some great saves. Yeah, he did. He had one really good save that kept us in it at one point there too. I think it was down to his left. He had some rockets at him too that he did well. But his throwing capability is really good. He's got a really great overthrow. And really good patience back there. I think in the opening stanza of the match, first 15 minutes, I think we were, trying to figure each other out. They had a bunch of corners. I mean, shoot, how many corners did they have today? 11. Let me see if I can get any data on that. If anyone else has it, let me see here. Wrexham versus who the hell we played today? Sutton United. Let me see. We had how many corners? They had a lot of corners today. Okay, team shot. No, it's here. Your team stats. So Boyle 2-1. All right, 11 shots to 12. So we had 12. They had 11. They had 6 on target. We had 4. Possession 53 to 47. They were up in possession. As you know, possession doesn't mean shit, but they still had it up. They had more passes than us. Pass accuracy was in their favor. Fouls 7 to 9. 3 yellow cards to them, none for us. No red cards. 2 offsides for them, none for them. So here he goes. 10 corners to 2. 10 corners to 2. In that first half, we were getting peppered a bit. We were getting pressured, and we withheld it. I thought we did well stepping out, getting our heads on it. Ball was bouncing around the box a little bit too, and I thought AO stood up really well in some of the argy-bargy going on underneath. We did hit the underneath of the bar at some point too, and they also hit the top of the bar as well themselves. So in that first stanza, first 15-20 minutes, we were trying to figure out the match. AO did stand up to it, and I thought our defensive line was really good too. Headers, Fletcher dropped in and had some really key headers as well. John Hampton in the house says, howdy y'all. What's going on, John? Good to see you, my guy. Carol in HR says, I'm seeing less long throwaways. We need to depend less on that in set pieces anyway. I agree with you, Carol. I think that's probably a good way of going about doing it. So this would be, not a lot of teams do the long throw-in. Not a lot, it's not like something that a lot of teams look to. It's not like fucking City do throw-ins or long throw-ins to get the ball on the ground. But in this league, it seems to work, and it's to our advantage sometimes. To our advantage. But today we didn't do it a lot, and like I said, I think I missed a few of them because I had to step out for a bit. So appreciate that. Let's see, going out. The resulting corner this is going back to the article, was ended with Shirley hitting the top of the crossbar. Yep, Charlie Larkin hit the top of the crossbar there. Sutton getting into better positions under the Lakin effort was comfortably saved by AO before Wrexham finally created an opportunity after 27 minutes. James McLean, captain for the night in absence of Tozer, and with Luke Young and Mulls on the bench, threaded a superb through ball to Marriott, who fired wide from inside the area with keeper Dan Buzani to beat. Sutton were putting Wrexham under more pressure, as we were just talking about, and then the U's came close to break into deadlock when Harry Beautyman, great name, set a free kick to Joe Keezy's, headed over from inside the area. Back came Wrexham, just going through the match here. Sutton, just going to do this here, double change, Ollie Palmer. Okay, just go on and tell it to what happened here. Listen, the attendance was actually decent, pretty low. This is probably the lowest I've ever seen for this season. 4,831 total. Traveling Wrexham fans, not sure how far Wrexham is from Sutton. I know it's south. It's 933 traveling. Proper league, lower league English stadium there. 933 for Wrexham. Well done. I don't know how far it is down, but that's pretty good, man. And fair play. Tengo la camisa negra, the black kit, man. I wear this black shirt. Now, if anyone knows that song, I'd be surprised. That's actually a song. I'd love to see if anyone knows that. It was an ugly game, says Aaron. It didn't. Yeah, fair play. But we said by hook or crook, get those points. We did it. And that's what we needed to do. Aaron says, hey, John. He's talking to him. It's like John comes in and says, I don't feel like we depend on set pieces. I think it was nice when we could get Tozer to throw in and make a point now and then. It's a threat. It's a threat. I think maybe we were relying on it a bit too much in the past few matches, but I don't mind it. I'm not saying I want to rely on it. But Toze, if he's not here next year, I wouldn't miss it. I don't think it's led to a ton of goals this season. Last season, maybe a little bit more than this season. But I fair play. I think that if we don't have them, we'll be okay. Some of the passage of play today didn't really lead to us getting up the pitch as high as we wanted to get those throw-ins. I thought Sutton were a really good outfit, and I thought for their league position, I really think it doesn't matter in this league who's winning, where you are in the table, because we're gonna battle. we are going to battle, and we're going to have a battle on Saturday as well. We go away. No, where are we on Saturday? Let me see where we at on Saturday. Sorry, guys. We're in Notts County. Is it away or home? No, it's at the Stoke. Yeah, we're playing at the Stoke on Saturday. So, it's sorry, Notts County. Yeah, we're playing at Notts County on Saturday, and we just got to win all these games. We have to continue. Notts County beat Newport, who are a good side, who beat us. So we're going into it. Definitely a rivalry game. We got to get into this, and we got to battle back. I think he'll probably go back to Palmer and Mullen up front. But Elliot Lee, late goal. I think it's great to have him back off the schneid. Who is my man of the match? Who is your man of the match? More importantly, who is your man of the match today? Who is my man of the match? Whew. That is a tough one. What do you? I didn't see what they said after the match. Also, no Mark Griffith today. But who was the man of the match? AO, Marriott, no. Geo, I don't know. Who's the man of the match? Clearworth, O'Connell, Boyle, Bolton, Cannon, Evans, Lee, Arthur, Ruby Slippers, Arthur. Hey, Ruby, how you doing? Good to see you. Ruby Slippers, I heard you maybe 2 weekends ago on one of the X spaces. Good. That's awesome. You ever want to come on and have a chat on here? I liked what you're saying. It was really cool to get your perspective. I think you are a new fan. Is that correct? Watching football. So I'd love to get your thoughts. If you ever want to come on, I can even drop it in now if you're interested, but I want to get your thoughts on the game. But you did a great, I think it was in the Fearless and Devotion or something like that. We were in a space. It was awesome. So shout out to Ruby Slippers there. Arthur, her man of the match. And I love that photo there too. AO says Kixay. So we're going to go with AO. I would say AO or maybe Elliot Lee. AO or Elliot Lee. But I'm open to opinions. So AO or Elliot Lee. What else does other people think? And those aren't too bad too. You got to tell, like when after the match, you got to see Parky. He went out there and he was like, he hugged him so tight, and it was like Christmas morning. Elliot Lee says John Hampton. Aaron says Lee. Toss up between AO and Lee here. It's 2-2. Who's going to break the duck? Got Ruby Slippers and Caxi. John Hampton and Aaron. It's 2-2 right there. Next one wins. I'm not breaking it. So it's 2-2. Who's the next one? No one wants it. All right. 3, 2, 1. Elliot Lee for me. Elliot Lee. Oh, Eric Sutton broke the duck. There you go. Yeah. All right. If anyone doesn't want to come in, I'll give you 3, 2, 1, go. I'll drop it in. Dang it, Eric. I'll shut her down unless anyone else has something they want to bring up and they want to get in and have their say. Again, Ruby Slipper says, "Dang it, Eric." Yeah, she broke it. I love it. We can wrap it up here. This is it's been a good long day. Tomorrow we will do an update show for sure. I'll try to get back on Richard Williams. Looking to do that to get his take on things. Want to get in? Here's a couple things you need to do. Get an update on O'Connor on Stash's injury. See if he's going to be back soon. Ford's probably still a ways away. Does that sound about right? So we'll probably have some Parkinson quotes tomorrow, but we'll do a new show tomorrow for sure. Again, we're doing shows every day, trying to get them more consistent. I want to give a big shout out to Sheldon who came out today, and shout out to everyone that stayed during the time when it was just a little frenetic. Good note there. I think it was John Goff said, "Great show. We just get up and walk away." I have a day job. I'm sorry. I'd love to do this full time. We're not there yet, but we do have big plans. AO gave up a goal. Lee scored. Lee scored 1. Lee wins goal on goal diff. Yeah, okay. Anyone who has not already won, what's your problem? 2, join the Discord. Sorry. All right. All right. Anyone has not won, anyone has not. Oh, what the fuck? What's your problem? Join Discord. Anyways, He's Space saying, join the Discord. If you haven't had the Discord, jump into the Discord. It's great. Ruby Slippers, thanks again for hosting. Appreciate you taking the time. Thank you, Ruby Slippers. Hit me up. But like I said, you want to come on? I loved what you were saying a couple weeks ago on, actually, more than welcome to come on, just like everyone else. Really enjoying it. So, yeah. Eric's talking. We talk about food, sports, nonsense. It's a great time. Yes, we share recipes. It's awesome. The Discord's great. On our way to 500, then we're going to 1,000. We will be live tomorrow, so I'm looking forward to that. And we're going to be. Sorry, it's being funny. My grammar sucks. My grammar sucks too, man. I'm a writer too, and I need closed captioning for my own writing, so I love it. So, all right, Wrexham win, break the streak, which is great. Thank you all for joining. I know it's a late one for some people as well, but yeah, we broke the streak. It was a battle, hard win. We won it. Had some good results today. We're in 4th place. We're primed to keep this fight alive. I know we had a little bit of a wobble, both with the league and the other matches, but we're in a good position. We really are a good position. I think we have Parkinson. Granted, it wasn't a perfect game today, but we got out and we did what we had to do. We got those 3 points. So I'm really impressed with it. I really feel like this team, we have the mix to do it. We just need to get it done now and keep continuing winning football matches. On Saturday, we got a big match against Notts, so we'll beat Newport. So good night, everyone. Says Eric Sutton. Aaron says good night, everyone. Well, I'm sure I'll see you all in the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, get in the Discord. It's a lot of fun. Bring on Saturday, absolutely. So, all right, on that bombshell, I'm going to go watch Vanderpump with the missus. Producer Ann wants to watch Vanderpump, so yeah, I'm going to do it. I just said it right now. I want to watch Vanderpump. Up the town, everyone says hip karma. Good night, all. And on that bombshell, I will see you all tomorrow.